Smiling's good.
What's up, guys? It's I Talk Fitness here. I'm with Jeremy, and today we're going to be talking about. And today we're going to be going over what you guys have been requesting, and we're going to be going over nutrition, supplementation, timing, and basically what goes in and out of your body and how it's utilized. So let's get into it. So first off, we're going to be talking about BMR.
BMR is your basal metabolic rate. It's the rate of about how many calories your body burns in a day, excluding any physical exercise. So for instance, if you were to wake up, sit on the couch all day, just be awake, not even moving at all, not even talking about scratching your nose, not even talking about reaching for a remote, walking a refrigerator, that's how many calories.
Being a vegetable.
Exactly, just sitting there doing nothing. Your body will burn a certain amount of calories. And you can go online, you can find a BMR formula. Again, basal metabolic rate is based off your height and weight. To get more exact measurement, you'll have to know your lean body mass, but you can approximate it. But go ahead and do that. That's probably be, your basis to understand what we're going to be doing for your diet. You have anything else to say about that?
Yeah, and what I usually tell people is how to estimate their BMR, not particularly find out the exact BMR, is to times your body weight by 10. So say you weigh 170 pounds, times that by 10, or even just add a 0 on your weight, and that's an estimate on your BMR.
That's for a person, for an individual that's in shape. I'm going to add that because I do have clients that weigh 210 pounds that are females, and their BMRs are approximately 1,200, 1,300 due to
that's true.
The high amount of body fat.
It makes sense, guys. It's just common sense. You're not going to tell.
I mean, if you're in good shape, you have let's say you're under 15% body fat, yeah, you can multiply your weight by 10. You approximately get your BMR.
Yeah.
So moving on, caloric expenditure. BMR is number one thing. Your basal metabolic rate, how many calories you burn without exercise. Also, resistance training, cardio training, and miscellaneous activities you're doing throughout the day. I'm talking about anything. Reaching up, touching something, scratching your nose. Making sweet, passionate love to your woman. Whatever it is, they all involve burning calories. So a good way of estimating that, again, the internet's a great source for finding out what type of exercising you're due. But then again, it's very important to get as close as you can to the amount of calories you're burning in order to establish a diet that's going to work great for you. If you're off by 500, 600, 700 calories, you're going to screw up your whole diet because everything adds up over time.
What were we on? Calorie?
Yeah, we're down to calorie expenditure.
What are we on right now?
Caloric intake. So caloric intake is the amount of calories you're taking into your body, and we're going to base this off your caloric expenditure. Let's say you're expending 2,400 calories or 24,000 calories a week. If you want to drop 2 pounds a week, your body needs to eat a 7,000 calorie deficit. 3,500 calories is equivalent to 1 pound. So if you want to lose 2 pounds, multiply that by 2, 7,000 calories. So let's say you're 24,000 calories burned a week, you want to drop 2 pounds a week, you need to be intaking approximately 17,000 calories in order to lose 2 pounds. Vice versa, if you want to gain weight, put on 2 pounds, you need to be putting on, taking in 7,000 calories more, which puts you about 31,000 calories. It's a lot of calories. In order to figure out daily, divide that by 7, you got your daily intake of how many calories you need to be taking in.
And that goes for anybody. You want to know what your calorie intake is, no matter what. Whether your goal is to put on mass, say you want to bulk, or either you want to cut, lose fat, lose weight. You need to know what your calorie intake is. It's very important that you know that, because like he explained, if you want to lose weight, your calorie intake is going to have to be less than what you expend, what your body burns throughout the whole week, and vice versa. If you want to gain weight, you're going to have to take in more calories for that whole week to put on mass. So what we're going to be getting into next is macros. Basically, we're going to get into our macronutrients. Macronutrients are our proteins, our carbohydrates, and our fats, along with water. Those are the nutrients we need taken in bulk, in high amounts. Unlike micronutrients, which are your vitamins and minerals. We'll get into that a little bit later.
But first, we're going to start off with protein. Protein's main function is for repairing your muscles and rebuilding. As you're working out, you're tearing down your muscle, and your muscles are going to start to bleed, and the fibers are going to depart, and they're going to be torn down. And it's very important for your body to get the protein it needs to rebuild and rebuild that tissue, and it's going to create it bigger and stronger. Proteins, we're going to be getting into different types of proteins, which ones are good, which ones are bad, which ones are good for weight loss, which ones are good for maintenance, and which ones are going to be good for bulking. Anything else to say about proteins?
Usually for any active adult, I would say to take in about at least 1.5 grams of protein per body pound. That's an active adult. I wouldn't say for someone who's out of shape. Just anybody, I would strive at least, if you're new, if you don't know how to diet correctly, hopefully this video will help you out. Strive for 1 gram of protein per pound, and you can even get more complicated with it and find out your lean body mass and do it that way if you're just looking to gain some muscle. Even lose fat, guys. It's not hard. And you may think 180 grams of protein is going to get you fat, or it's a lot of food, but really the calorie,
it's like
yeah,
probably like
it's
4 pieces of meat.
Yeah, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. So
180 for 720 calories for 180 grams of protein.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
All right.
Moving on, carbohydrates. There's 2 different types of carbohydrates. There's simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Let's start with simple carbohydrates.
It's very important to know the difference.
Very, very important. This is what's gonna either make you fat or keep you lean.
No Pop-Tarts.
Basically, carbs are short-term energy. There's simple carbohydrates, which are simple sugars. They have a higher glycemic index, meaning that they convert to sugar at a faster rate. When that happens, your insulin is spiked. If your sugar isn't utilized right away, the insulin will cause that sugar to be stored as fat in your body. Insulin is the strongest growth hormone, so I'm not saying don't ever take in simple sugars. It's about the proper nutrient timing and when to take those in to have optimal effects from those simple sugars and what they do for your body. And we'll get into that later when we go and talk about nutrient timing. Complex carbohydrates.
Is
you have anything to say about simple carbohydrates? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, that's fine. It's fine, sir.
So
simple carbohydrates, yeah. Like you said, they do play a vital role in your diet. They're not something that you guys want to just cut out. You look at them, oh, sugar, no, like white rice, pasta, stuff like that. You guys, depending on what your goal is, the timing of what your body needs, what it calls for at that time. Like we said, we're gonna get into different, but don't cut your simple calories out. And the next carb we're going to get into is
we still got complex carbohydrates to talk about real quick.
Yeah.
So complex carbs they take longer to digest. They're more nutrient dense. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and they're going to provide a more sustained energy. They do not break down to sugar. They do break down to sugar, but they break down into sugar in a lower rate. It has a lower glycemic index, so they're going to be good.
For dieting.
Good for dieting, good for good morning energy to help fuel you throughout your day. I can't eat that right now. I'm dieting and it's pissing me off because I'm starving right now. So I'll have some protein powder. But complex carbohydrates are a very good source of energy, very low in calories and very nutrient dense. So it's important to get those in. Examples of complex carbohydrates would be like brown rice, red potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, whole grain pasta, oatmeal. There's many more. Those are off the top of my head right now.
Oatmeal.
I think I got that one. Even vegetables. Vegetables are a very good source of complex carbohydrates. They are a little bit less. You have to eat more.
More of them.
But they are a great source of complex carbohydrates.
And what most people don't know is that, say for instance, you eat a bowl of oatmeal versus a bowl of cereal. That oatmeal is going to give you longer lasting energy due to how slow and due to how much fiber it has in it. Your body's going to burn it and use the energy slower throughout time. So say you eat a bowl of brown rice, that's going to last you probably, depending on your metabolism, usually it's just gonna basically give you longer energy throughout the day, and Simple carbs make you feel hungrier faster.
And not to mention, the complex carbohydrates are going to be a lower calorie value opposed to something that's a simple carbohydrate, because a lot of simple carbohydrates are processed foods. They put a lot of additives in them. The calorie amount will probably be higher in a simple carb opposed to a complex carb. So that's also good to know of understanding your intake.
So the next macro that we're going to be talking about is fats.
Fats are probably one of the most
looked over macros opposed to protein and carbs. Even myself, I didn't even start paying attention to my fats so recently. It's very important to understand that 1 gram of fat yields 9 calories. It's a lot of calories. Fats can sneak up on you real quick and you won't even know it's in your food. Yes.
Very important to look on the back of labels and understanding how many calories are in there and where your calories are coming from. You know,
and like the difference between good fats and bad fats.
Good fats and bad fats.
Because we reap benefits from the good fats.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know.
Bad fats are hydrogenated oils. Anything that's solid room temperature are going to be your bad fats. It's gonna, it's not good for your heart. It's gonna basically slow everything down.
Yeah.
The good fats are
EFA.
EFA are essential fatty acids. You got DHA, EPA, and I think CLA may be one of them, conjugated linoleic acid. I'm not positive, but I know that people do take CLA with their EFAs to help with the process. But anyways, I have a study here from a Danish study group saying with the ratio of 2 omega-3s, 1 omega-6, and 1 omega-9, it will help enhance stamina by 40 to 60%.
Improve muscular development.
Make you anabolic.
More frequent training without overtraining symptoms. Speed healing injuries. Also, I know these fats are good for your joints, and they'll help you lose weight, improve skin conditions, improve concentration, improve cardiovascular functions. And these fats, you can find them in fish oils.
Salmon is a great source of your omega-3, 6, and 9s.
Hard fish, raw fish.
Yeah. Also, it says here that it helps lower the insulin requirements of people with type 1 diabetes. So if you're born with type 1 diabetes, this would be good for you to start taking in your healthy fats to help regulate your energy production. So moving on.